Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Journeys with Joe. Today, I'd like to share with you one of the greatest pieces of advice that I ever received. That piece of advice is success is the process, not the event. And to introduce this, I'd like to tell you a little bit of a story about how I learned this lesson. When I was 17 years old, I was a junior in high school, and I was on the speech and debate team. I went to my first ever week-long national tournament, which I had to qualify for, and I competed against thousands of other high school students from around the country. And when I returned home, I received a wonderful card from Sister Navard, who we could say was the patron saint of our speech and debate program. She was an administrator at my high school, and she was a huge supporter of all things speech and debate. And the card said very nice things about my accomplishment, about having gone to the national tournament. And then she included the phrase that I'd never heard before: success is the process, not the event. What does that mean? It means that to be successful, you don't have to have a quantum leap. Actually, going for a quantum leap is not really desirable. What you want to do is you want to have a process that you can follow every day that is leading towards a specific goal. For instance, let's say maybe you want to lose weight, and so you think about, oh, I could lose 5 to 10 pounds in the next couple of months. Well, you could do that in several different ways. You could do it by accident, you could lose a lot of water weight, or you could start with happy and healthy habits every day, such as eating better, getting regular exercise, watching what you eat, and also reducing the amount of stress and getting plenty of sleep in your life. And those are processes that you can follow that will be good for you. Yes, you won't have results right away. You won't see the immediate impact of that, but it will over time grow and snowball into something really good for you. And I found that in my own personal life, that has been very helpful for me in my health journey. I started with different supplements as well as routines, and I'm finding myself in better moods. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling much happier and healthier than I have in a very long time. And so following processes, finding a routine and sticking to it on a daily basis is so important because that will make you successful. And another great spin-off of that original quote is the idea from Dr. Bob Rotella, who's a sports psychologist. He says, get out of results and get into process. And he talks about this in the context of golf. I'm a big golfer, and in order to be a successful golfer, then you have to be very good at various skills. And some of the most important skills include chipping and putting. Now, if you spend 95% of your time on the driving range hitting your driver and other long clubs, and you don't spend any time chipping and putting, then you're not going to beat anybody. And if you do, it's probably going to be by accident. And so it's very important that you practice things like your short game, because that's where you can gain the most strokes. It's actually said that up to 65% of strokes in golf are taken within 100 yards, and those include chips and putts. And so people who practice on a regular basis, who make short game practice part of their process, and who follow that process regularly tend to be the most successful people. And so that's what Dr. Rotella means when he says, get out of results and get into process. So not only in your own personal life, but also in your sports life, in your professional life, think of ways that you can improve the processes that you follow, and think of the goals that you want to hit. You're not going to get there by accident. You're going to get there through discipline and through following a process on a daily basis. I've talked about the Slight Edge, Jeff Olson, where he says that things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. And that same thing applies with process. And so following process is so important for you to improve your own life and to get to the results that you really want to get to. Sister Navard has since been born into eternal life, but Sister Navard's advice has stuck with me for the past 21 years since I first received that card. And I think that it's something I will keep with me for the rest of my life, and I hope that you all will find that useful as well in your own lives so that you can reach the goals that you want to reach and realize that it's not just going to be an overnight change. It's going to be a change in the way that you do things on a daily basis that will eventually lead to the results that you want. Thanks for watching this week. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on the other side.